Who am I? In just one lifetime, we grow and change so much that if we're aware, we'll see many different versions of ourselves. Our bodies change and grow, we get taller, experience puberty, we might even need glasses, we get acne, our bodies change, maybe we break a bone or get a scar. In just one lifetime, every single cell in our body will have been replaced many times over. And we'll have gone through so much, all kinds of experiences, love, heartbreak, excitement, disappointment, and as we go through all of that, we might not even remember most of it. Me as a 27-year-old won't remember what me as a 5-year-old felt so strongly about. And maybe when I'm 60, I probably won't even care about the worries that I think about now. It is said that the average person has between 6,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Some say that 80% of our thoughts are negative and 95% are repetitive. This constant barrage of negative thoughts can impact our health, happiness, and quality of life. As an actor, I believe that you become your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your reality, and you are the thinker of your thoughts. Many famous philosophers have said, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. So, you were wondering, who am I? You've probably had the same name throughout your life. But would you say you're the same person your whole life? That you didn't experience change or growth at all in your lifetime? Did you evolve, adapt, or reinvent yourself? Putting a finger on personal identity is tricky. Even people in their 70s would tell me that they're still trying to figure it out. Our identity is fluid. It evolves with our experiences, our choices, and even our failures. Every moment is a chance to redefine ourselves. So, who are you becoming? If the statement stands, we become what we think. As an actor, I fully support this, to a certain extent. I mean, there are obvious limits to this. It doesn't work in a way where if I believe I'm a bird, I'll start growing wings and I'll become a bird. But I think what it means is that, number one, your thoughts can shape your reality, like how we react differently to the same events based on our thoughts. And number two, your thoughts have significant impact on your life. What we think and say can significantly impact our lives. If you get to choose your thoughts, what would they be? If you knew your thoughts would become you, who would you want to become? Will the person you want to be thinking the current thoughts that you're thinking right now? If you could live any life without fail, what would it be? If you could be anyone, who would you want to become? Oprah once said, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. What is the life of your dreams? And what if your dreams are just a reflection of who you truly are? Maybe if I shared a little bit about my story, it can allow you to think about your life at the same time. When I realized that my dream was to become an actor, I also realized what empathy was for the first time. It was when I started crying with the actor who I was watching on TV. Maybe it was just empathy, but I thought if people just put themselves in the shoes of others more, maybe there will be more understandings and less judgments. As an actor, I believe that I can always learn something from everyone, and I am not above or beneath anyone. And on a personal level, I've evolved and reinvented myself many times over. I believe that everyone can do the same. We are capable of learning from our mistakes, and we can outgrow our younger selves by being aware of our thoughts. Let me tell you a superpower that has changed my life forever. It's that I allow myself to fail in public. And if I'm new at something, I expect myself to fail. That doesn't mean that I like failing or that I strive to fail, or when I fail in public that I'm not embarrassed. I am. It hurts and it sucks. But I always remind myself that failing just means I'm trying and I'm learning. And failure is just evidence of my efforts. That's how I started social media, actually. I started as a clown. Let me explain. Clowning is the art of failing in public. How did I get introduced to clowning? Well, it was actually a mandatory class that I needed to take as an acting major at USC. And I remember really excelling at it because I was good at giving it my all, regardless of the results. It was freeing, and it put my soul at peace to know that I was giving my 110% try effort. It was being 110% brave, 110% vulnerable, 110% entertaining, and of course if I fail, that's 110% embarrassing too. But how did I survive all that? Well, it brings me back to my humble existence. Pharrell Williams talked about understanding the significance of your insignificance. It made me think about clowning, the gift of freeing yourself from the pressure of your expectations. This is what he said. Your ideas, everything that you get, is coming from a library of existence. In fact, the sun that you look up at every day is one of trillions upon trillions upon trillions of other stars. Once you realize the insignificance of yourself, then you understand what your actual significance is. You're lucky to be a comma in the sentence of a paragraph that happens to be in a page of a book called Existence. Imagine meeting your younger selves. What wisdom would you share to the younger you? And what advice do you think your future self would give you today? Let's embrace our entire journey and all the lessons that come with it. Always express gratitude and appreciation. A sense of humor. Laughter is the best medicine. Trust in enduring challenging times so you can learn the lessons coming out of it. Life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you. Learning to forgive. Learning to make peace with people you've fallen out with when they're ready. Nobody's perfect. People may unknowingly cross your boundaries in an effort to get close to you. You might have done that too. Understanding that people speaking in strong conviction doesn't always equal the truth. Your response to others is an awareness of yourself. Find strength and peace in knowing who you are and that sometimes you and your truth will have to sit in silence. To endure freedom of speech. Learning to observe without reacting immediately is a great skill. Self-control and not being distracted. How to receive graciously. How to offer praise without making a display. Indifference to superficial honors. To truly listen. To stop and smell the roses. To display dignity without pretension. To stop talking about what a good person is like and just be one. So who are you and who do you want to become? Self-discovery is not a straight path. It's a beautiful, winding journey. Subscribe to follow along and grow together.